Welcome back to Ask This Old House. We are out on the road solving your home improvement projects.
I'm going to build a raised bed designed specifically for a homeowner with limited mobility. Paul, what do you think?
I think it's terrific, Roger. I really do. I can't wait to get that first tomato in my cheeseburger. It'll be great.
And I'm going to help a homeowner fix a leak in his roof, and the solution is really simple.
For generations, my family has been farmers. My grandparents had a farm here, and they ran the roadside farm stand. You know, now with multiple sclerosis, it's very difficult to continue to garden.
Paul looks forward to being able to garden again. Roger's on the job to build a raised garden bed for Paul so he can enjoy fresh veggies without having to leave his scooter.
Now, put your arm out for me.
Okay.
Now, you're reaching over one edge of the bed, so you're going to reach out right almost 2 feet. So if I make the bed 4 feet, that means if you come over this side, you'll be able to reach right into the middle.
That's great, Roger.
And Mimi and Dante, apprentices from Youth Build Boston, are here to lend a hand and to learn some new skills.
I've seen Roger on TV before, and having him work over my shoulder today is exciting. It's fun.
We're going to build a raised bed for Paul. Now, raised beds are great for vegetables. They drain well, you can control the soil that's in there, and also they warm up early in the spring.
So what's so important about them warming up?
The sooner the bed warms up, the sooner you can get your vegetables in and growing. Now, Paul, at home, my raised bed is only about 6 inches high, but I think for you, for accessibility, we should build it higher than that. Now, if I come over to the height of your hip here, right about 30 inches, you think that'll work?
I think 30 inches would be great.
Now, put your arm out for me.
Okay.
Now, you're reaching over one edge of the bed, so you're going to reach out right almost 2 feet. So if I make the bed 4 feet, that means if you come over this side, you'll be able to reach right into the middle.
That's great, Roger.
Okay, to get started, we're going to come over here. Dante, I want to put a stake off of this wall at 6 feet. 6 feet is going to allow plenty of room for Paul to get in here. So put a stake right there for me. Mimi, you want to bang that in?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Now, our raised bed is going to be 24 feet long. So I'm going to hook on that, and we're going to measure down 24 feet.
Why 24 feet, Roger?
Well, the timbers I bought are 12 feet long, so the easiest thing to do is to just double them up and make it 24.
Oh, so less cutting.
Exactly. So we're going to put that stake right there. I just want to double check that we're 6 feet off the wall, so the bed will be nice and parallel to the wall. It'll look good that way, but also give Paul plenty of room to get by. Okay, that's good. Now, I want you to take and put a stake at 4 feet, right there. That represents the outside of the box. Okay, now go up the far end and put one in at 4 feet for me. All right, what we're going to use to strip the grass with is a grub hoe. We're just going to take this blade end, we're going to go down underneath the grass, and all you want to do is get rid of that grass for me. So you want to leave the soil behind, you just want to get the grass out, okay? Why don't you start at this end, Dante? You can go down and start at the other end, that way no one hits each other, all right? Well, hold on a second, Mimi. You're digging way too deep. You see how you have the angle of the blade almost at a right angle to the ground?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is make that really shallow so that all you're doing is skimming off the grass, okay? And leave all the dirt behind. The reason we want to get rid of the sod is that it can form a layer in the soil that'll keep water from draining through. And we don't want our bed to stay wet. All right, slide that in, watch your fingers. All right, what we have here is southern yellow pine. It's 6 by 6 by 12 feet long. Now, what happens when you put raw wood in the ground?
It rots.
Exactly. So most of the timbers we see are green, and that means they've been treated with a chemical. These ones are treated differently. This is a new process we found where these timbers are treated with liquid glass. They're infused with it all through the timber so that it keeps from rotting, and it also stops insects from eating it. Now right here we have a mock-up of our wall. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 timbers above the ground and 1 below, so 6 timbers high. So what we have to do now is dig a trench for our first timber. So let's get to work. All right, Dante, pick up that rope. These short pieces of rope are gonna make it easy to set this without getting a hand underneath it, okay? So you ready? You're gonna lift on 3. 1, 2, 3. Slide it in. Okay, slide your rope out. All right, Dante, slide it down to me. All right, I'm coming back to you. I'm just trying to line this up with the end of the wall. Now slide it over to the string line. I wanna keep it about 1/4 of an inch away just so we don't hit it. All right, Mimi, put that level right in the middle of the timber. How's it look?
A little bit more to your side.
Okay, take the level off for a second. All right, try it now. All right, let me give it one more, okay? All right, try it once more.
There we go.
That's good. Let's pack some dirt around it. Hold it right in place. Just take the hammer and just pack it in tight, okay? All right, that looks pretty good. Now, this is the most important timber, the base timber, so we want to make sure it stays right where we put it, level. And to do that, we're going to drive this 1/2 inch by 4 foot long piece of rebar right through the timber. To do that, we have to drill a hole. Now, these timbers are really hard because of the glass that's in them, so we have to use a specially hardened steel bit to go through the timber. I put a mark at 5.5 inches. So I want you to drill a hole at 4 feet, which is the mark we have on the timber. Take the drill. All right, pull it out, clear it, pull it all the way out. No, make it go. Pull up, pull up, pull up. All right, spin it, clip that off the bit. All right, clear it again, pull it up. Good, there's another one for you to do right there. Dante, come over here. Put your glasses on. Hold that right there. Tap it right down into the ground, okay? Don't hit your hand. Okay. All right, Dante, hold on a second. I got a present for you. This is actually a rotary hammer. And this is going to drive that re-rod right down without hitting it with a hammer. Now with our first timber secured and level, we're going to use it to level and secure our second timber. What I want to do now is I'm just going to tap it down a little bit to make this flush. Yeah, that's great. Now we got to pack it in, and then we'll drill it. All right, Dante, hold on. I got a present for you. Instead of doing all that banging with a hammer, we're going to use a rotary hammer. Drive it down in. You ready? Now all you got to do is finish that off for me. Nice and flush. Okay. Now we're ready to cut the piece for the end. What we need is a piece 37 inches long. Now, if you go to cut this with a regular saw, you're gonna see that the blade does not come down all the way to the middle of the board. So we would have to make a cut on all 4 sides of the timber and then finish it off with a handsaw. That's 5 cuts, that's way too much work. So what we're gonna use is a 16-inch circular saw. Now you can rent one of these if you have a lot of timbers to cut. So this is gonna make it through in one pass. To prevent checking and cracking, we're gonna seal the end with an end grain sealer that has wax in it. Okay, let's line this up with this end. We need to square it up. Good right there. Run the level across, see how we are with the line. Watch your hand. Slide it down a little more. How's that look on the line?
I'm good.
This is perfect. We're ready to slide another piece down the side. Come right flush to me. All right, slide it right down in place. That's pretty good. Now we'll just level it, re-rod it in place. Now we spent a lot of time on the base getting it level and square because we're gonna build everything else on top of it. By getting it level and square, it's gonna make the rest of our job easy. It's all about spanning the joints. We're gonna put this 12-footer on and we're gonna line the middle of it right with this joint, and that's gonna make for a strong wall. Can you get your rope out of there? Okay, slide that in. Now we're ready to secure it in place.
Do we have to drill again?
Good news for you, no more drilling. Better news for you, no more hammering.
Just when I was getting good at it.
No, we're gonna use these timber screws and we're just gonna drive them down in and they're gonna lock the top piece into the bottom one. Now we're gonna drive these in about a foot from the joint with this cordless impact driver. Very simple. Even Dante can do it. Make sure you sink them down in so the next one we put on won't be hitting on it, okay? And you and I are gonna start cutting pieces for this, all right? Dante, we've got a gap where there's a bow in the timber, so we want to take this one and screw it in right here, and we're going to suck that timber right down in place. All right. Way down, all right? Much better. Look at that. Perfect. All right, slide it right in. Now for this course, two 12-footers do the whole thing with no cuts. Just get it nice and flush before he screws everything together. Good. Dante, wood moves, and it's not unusual to find a piece that's curved or twisted a little bit. If you look down here, you can see this piece is sticking out almost ½ an inch from where we want it to be. So I'm going to put this pry bar in the ground, and I'm going to use a scrap piece of 6x6, and I'm going to push that over, and when I tell you to, I want you to put a screw in it, okay? There, nice and flush. Put the screw in. Perfect. Let's get on to the next one. One, two, three, four, 5 courses we've got in, 1 left to go. Now you have to remember, we're gonna fill this thing with tons of topsoil. That's a lot of weight. And it's gonna wanna push against the timbers and try to open them up. Here in the corners, I'm not worried because we have all this cross bracing. It'll hold it together. So what I'm gonna do in the middle is we're gonna put 2 cross pieces. We're just gonna screw those down into the row below, and that'll keep the wall from bowing out. This brace is all set, so just take and screw it right in place. Okay, put a screw in this one and we'll go get the next piece ready. Now we removed the grass in here to help with drainage, but I'm still worried about water getting out. These seams are so tight in here that there's no way water will be able to get out. And if the bed gets too filled with water, the plants won't grow. So we're gonna drill some weep holes. So what I'm gonna do is drill a hole from the outside in at an angle. Once I get done that, you'll put some stone on the inside. So let me do the hole first. Okay, Mimi, take and put 3 or 4 good-sized shovelfuls of stone there. Great, just fill it right up so you can't see that hole anymore. That'll keep the dirt from clogging it. It is gonna take a lot of soil to fill up this bed, and I'm not gonna wheel it in and I'm not gonna shovel it in. We're gonna bring it in by the truckload. Down. That end all filled down there, Dante?
Yes.
Come on down here. So what do you think, Paul?
I think it's fabulous.
The soil looks great, doesn't it?
It really does.
Now I'm
looks
laying out
great.
all the plants so that we can get them all planted in. You notice I put all the tomatoes on that side. You
Yeah.
can see that the sun prominently during the day is behind me. If I put the tomatoes on this side, they'd grow up and shade some of the other plants.
Okay.
So we are going to put all the tomatoes along this edge. Then we're going to put the spreaders like the squash and zucchini in the middle. Then on the edge, we'll put some lettuce and even some strawberries that'll grow right over the edge.
That's terrific.
Let's get them planted.
Okay.
Now, I brought you some tools that you might be able to use. They're telescoping so that they can get as big as small as you want to fit whatever you want to do.
That's fantastic.
All right, so why don't you use it? We'll dig a hole for this one right here. I'll
Okay.
take the plant out, you dig the hole. Good soil, huh?
Got to get my hands a little dirty. Yeah, that's beautiful.
You're not a gardener unless you do. Pretty good. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop it out. What I like to do is, you know, tease those roots out just a little bit. A little fertilizer in the bottom. I'm gonna put some fertilizer on that pile. You mix that in for me. Now you're just gonna take and bury that plant for me.
Okay.
Terrific. You don't want to pack it too hard. We want those roots to be able to grow out into the soil.
Okay.
Okay, let's move down to the next one. Now, it's important to mulch the garden. We want to do that to hold moisture in the soil, and it also blocks sunlight. And when it blocks the sunlight, no seeds can germinate, so we don't get a lot of weeds in the garden. Today, after we've watered the garden, we're going to put down a 2-inch layer of this straw. This is from an alfalfa field, and it's been dehydrated so that there's no weed seeds in it that will grow. So simply put on a 2-inch layer of this as soon as we get the garden watered, okay? Paul, this is another tool I thought you'd find useful. It's a wand for watering. Now you just take and hold it out, hit the trigger. See that nice stream? It's gonna help you get everything soaked without knocking it over.
That's great.
You take and water everything in and we'll follow behind and mulch everything for you.
Okay. Pretty good.
Can you reach this little guy over here?
I can.
Beautiful. Now we can start taking the mulch and spreading it in. You just grab a bunch. And we're just going to spread it all around. You just go around that. We'll do right here. Just spread it out, a couple inches thick there. Paul, what do you think?
I think it's terrific, Roger. I really do. I can't wait to get that first tomato in my cheeseburger. It'll be great. I want to just take a second, thank all you for such a great job you did here.
Well, on
I
behalf of
appreciate it.
Mimi and Dante, we had a great time today. We thank you for having us.
I'm glad, and come by and get some vegetables.
I will.
One day, Bob's house started to leak.
So here in the family room is where we first noticed the stain. Wasn't really sure where it was coming from. Obviously water getting in from somewhere on the outside because there's no plumbing here at all. But then I discovered the second stain here. As you can see, this is much worse. Water coming in all the way across. I can't imagine that any water would be coming in from the attic. So once again, this is just another mystery for me.
We'll show Bob how the water's getting in and a solution to keep it away for good.
So Tom, I can understand the idea of this vent pipe leaking, but all of them and all at once?
Well, the roof is what, 12 years old roughly?
Yep.
So these flanges have been on your roof for about 12 years. They've been sitting in the ultraviolet light, exposed to the elements.
Okay.
Over time, this flange right here, this part of the rubber that goes around the pipe to make it watertight,
Right.
could break down, all right?
Uh-huh.
So if it breaks down and gets a crack, water's going to get in there. So another way that they can fail is when they get installed by the roofer. If they push down onto the pipe and there happens to be a sharp edge, look at that right
Sure.
there. There's a sharp edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to grind that off. Just smooth it out a little bit. All right, now we have a nice smooth edge around the top of the pipe. And that's actually what the roofer should do when installing these flanges when they do a new roof.
Okay, makes sense.
Now when they take the flange and they slide it over the pipe, it's not going to get torn. They would slide this down and they would shingle around it, making it watertight.
Okay.
All right, you can see that the water will exit on top of the shingles from below.
So we have to replace the whole flashing then?
No, we actually don't. We're just going to replace the gasket right here. We're going to slide it over the pipe and push it right down on top of the old gasket.
Okay.
But before we do that, we want to remove the new gasket and remove all of this old caulking.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
So I'll just scrape it away. Now what you've done here, Bob, is you've actually put silicone around this, and I have to remove every bit of silicone for this new caulking to stick. All right, look at right here, Bob. You can actually see a big hole in the flange right there. That's where the water was going in, no doubt about it.
So that's where a big stain came from, huh?
That's right. All right, so we cleaned off all this old silicone. Okay, to caulk around the top of the flange, I'm going to use a lap seal caulking, which is actually designed for rubber roofs.
Okay.
I'm going to run a nice thick bead right around the top, on the pipe and on the flange.
All right.
All right, so now we're sealed around the top. I want to do one more thick bead just below that. All right, now we've got a good bead of caulking all the way around.
Okay.
Now we're going to slide the gasket down. Now the caulking is going to do two things. It's going to seal the old one at the top, and it's going to glue the two together. All right, now this pipe is watertight, and that's all you have to do to fix the others.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Okay.
Now that was the perfect plumbing story.
Why is that?
It was leaking a pipe that didn't have anything to do with the plumber.
And you didn't have to go up on the roof.
I don't go up on roofs.
I do, and I did.
Thank you.
All right, now those gaskets are difficult to find sometimes. It's a special order. And if you can't find one, you can go to the home center and buy the complete kit, the flashing and the gasket. You can then remove the gasket,
Pull it out of there.
take it out of there, and then you can place it over the pipe, slide it down, and your leak will be fixed.
And no shingling work at all.
That's the best part.
So that's where you get a gasket, and right here is where you get answers to your questions. So if you have any, send us a letter or an email. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Connor.
I'm Tom Silva.
I'm Roger Cook.
And I'm Richard Trethewey.
For Ask This Old House.
So you don't like heights, huh?
Don't like it up there. It's not meant for me.